tell me a little bit about yourself, like your history in the racing.
Well, I mean, I started late in life. I didn't start racing until I was 24 years old, so that's pretty late. And I went to a skip barber. I went to a race in Detroit. It was actually a Formula One race. That was the first time I ever saw race cars. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, man, I got to do that. I was totally addicted to the sound, the speed.
Nice.
And like 2 weeks later, I went to a driving school, skip barber racing school in Lime Rock, Connecticut. And it was just like the most fun thing I've ever done in my life. I never go-karted or anything like that. I was always just a dirt bike guy. So just to, to condense it a little bit, after my school, I went up to the instructor. I'm like, hey man, I want to be a professional race car driver. What do I do next? And he just kind of looked at me and goes, OSB. Puts his hand on my shoulder. I'm like, what is that, like a tape or a book? What is that? He goes, other sports beckon. Trust me, you don't have the talent. Forget about it. You're too poor. You don't have any money.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you're too old. You got to start young. I'm like, oh, okay. And, basically I sold everything I had to finance my first year in racing and went out and just figured it out. Went to driving schools. And I was only going to do it for a year and then go back to work in a motorcycle shop. And, now this is my 30th year racing right now. So, I've had a crazy career. Raced all over the world. A lot of firsts. I've raced everything from NASCAR, sports cars, off-road, rally. I mean, you name it. And almost anything with four wheels I've driven, other than Indy cars because of my size. But yeah, it's been quite a ride.
Oh, nice. So now we know that you own the BMW of Marietta and Volkswagen. So tell me, like, what made you want to own these dealerships?
Well, what's funny is I raced for BMW. I mean, that's probably the brand that's closest to my heart. I raced a lot of Chevy, a lot of Ford stuff, but BMW was one of the first marques I raced for, and I did almost 14 years straight for the factory team, and so I was really friends with a lot of people at BMW, and actually a guy named Tom Purvis, who was the president of BMW way back when. He asked me one time, what are you going to do when you're done racing? And I go, I don't know, I don't even think about it. They're going to have to drag me out of the car. And he goes, well, what about a dealership? So, that was back in '04. And in '07, I got real serious about it. And, they opened Marietta as a point. And it was one of the first new points in the last, since '07. They haven't opened another new BMW dealer until this year. They're going to open some. But when we opened 5 years and 1 month ago, it was the first time they've opened a dealer in 9 years.
Oh, wow.
Brand new point, started from scratch, and it's been really fun. I mean, I treat it almost like a race. You're always trying to get better. And, working harder than the competition, trying to make yourself different than the other dealers, and it's a great brand, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. So you mentioned that you own this dealership 5 years, 1 month, correct?
Yep. We opened June 6, 2011.
Oh, nice.
It was something I started working on in '04, basically. So it was a long process to get it, and then and it seems like 5 years have gone by like that.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, BMW, they build the ultimate driving machine. That's the tagline, but it's the truth. I mean, the cars they have out nowadays, the M products, the i8, they just got such a revolutionary product. It's just a blast. I mean, I've always loved cars. I love racing cars, and now I get to drive cool cars every day.
So driving an i8 every day, what's your experience? What do you think of the i8?
I love it. People say it wasn't really an everyday car, but I put 15,000 miles on my i8 this year, and I drive it all the time. It was a little hard to get in and out of in the beginning, but most race cars are too. So you kind of get your own style getting in and out of it. But once you're in it, it is probably the most futuristic car I ever built.
Oh yeah.
And you feel like you're driving something in the future. I mean, it truly is the ultimate driving machine. And, you can drive it in all electric where it's dead quiet. You drive it in sport mode, gas mode, and it gets, driving it hard, I'm getting 35 miles in a gallon, so it's pretty amazing.
And driving it with nothing, you're getting like close to 75, right?
Right, yeah, that's what they claim, so depending on how far you drive on electric, how far your commute is, you can get up to like 75 miles a day.
That's nice.
A gallon, so it's pretty neat.
So we know that you're an entrepreneur yourself, owning multiple different companies, so what would you give like some advice to young striving entrepreneurs?
I guess the one advice I'd give is don't let anyone tell you no. I mean, to me, no is a 4-letter word. And if you have the will and you want to put the hard work in, I don't even think you need to be smart. Because I don't consider myself a smart person, but I'm determined. And my whole life, people have been telling me, no, you can't be a race car driver. No, you can't own a dealership, no, you can't race NASCAR, you know, no. And I've proved them all wrong. So I think that's what's great about this country is if you put the work in, you know, and you have a dream, you know, you just follow your dreams. So
Yeah.
don't ever take no for an answer. That's my one advice.
Thank you. Well, thanks for giving us the time
Yeah,
to
no problem.
come in here and talk to you.
Yeah, cool.
All right.